So, very warm welcome to everyone for today's session. This is me, Pragya this side, for your host for today's evening. So, it is festive season in India. I hope you guys are doing great and staying safe. So, let's get started with today's topic on how to begin with competitive programming. The real benefit of competitive programming comes when you are starting to solve a problem on your own. So when you start analyzing the real world problems, you start thinking of bringing the best solution to that problem. So this will increase your analytical skills, your problem solving skills, and keep your competitive spirits high. So to know more about this session, and so now I would like to call Naman Singh, the GDSC lead of NIT Jalandhar, to let us know more about competitive programming and how you can get started with it. Over to you, Naman sir.
Hey Pragya, thanks a lot for the warm welcome. So yeah, everyone, let's start with today's session on competitive programming. I hope like everyone knows a bit about this because आज का session थोड़ा सा intermediate होने वाला है. Like I'm assuming like everyone knows a bit of language, some CPP, Python or Java, like whatever. So we'll start from that. Okay. So yeah, moving ahead. What will be covered in today's session? What's the agenda? First of all, introduction. What is CP? क्या होती है exactly? And क्यों करनी चाहिए? Then of course, कैसे करेंगे हम उसको? That's what all be covered in today's session. By the way, before we start, let's get some heads up. Like, how many of you like know some language? You guys can just type it in the comments. Come on, guys. Like, what is your major language? CPP, Python, Java, Golang. C++. That's great. Great. All right. So yeah, let's move on. C, Java, C. Great. Okay. So first of all, CP क्या है? मैंने यहाँ पे एक सिंपल सा एक लाइन में लिखा है a simple programming sport involving problem solving. So आप में से काफी लोगों ने सुना होगा लाइक DSA. Most of people DSA हमारा क्या होता है? DSA is like predefined data structures and algorithms. For example, arrays, stacks, queues, algorithms predefined like Dijkstra, Bellman-Ford जो already बन रखी हैं. CP क्या होता है? With or without the use of these data structures and algorithms, when you solve real problems, like they aren't of like some particular type. So when you solve these problems using the pre-existing DSA, that's CP, and it's a sport in itself. Generally, people do it like those who do it, they really enjoy it. I know I do. It's more like a sport. You get a particular like you get certain time. You have to solve certain questions in that amount of time. That's why many people do CP. Okay, and yeah, moving on. You want to start CP, but you are like stuck around like arrays, tags, queues, and you don't know like what to cover. So all those things are covered here. Starting on from the basics, arrays, strings, prime numbers. From like prime numbers, you'll be surprised like how many topics are there in the CP, like beat code chef, beat code forces, how many questions are related to this topic. So I'll also be giving you a playlist, especially this in the future, like just a few slides ahead. Yeah. So prime numbers, greedy, binary search, a must, prime factors, combinatorics, stacks, queues, recursion, sorting, hashing. Like this is the basic. After you've done these basic topics, like आप काफी आगे जा सकते हो CP में just using these. Now when you do get ahead and you want to do some more topics, so these are our intermediate topics: linked list, divide and conquer, backtracking, uh, dynamic programming, trees, graphs, sliding window, BSD, that's just binary search tree, bit manipulation, BFS, DFS, and heaps. ओके सो अगेन अ क्विक पोल जो भी ये देख रहे हैं आपने इनमें से इंक्लूडिंग बेसिक इंटरमीडिएट एडवांस कौन कौन से टॉपिक्स कर रखे हैं अ क्विक पोल फॉर यू गाइस is recursion. Nice. Basic and intermediate. Nice, Pachwat. Basic intermediate except DP sliding window. Okay, that's great. A lot of intermediate folks here. What else? Basic except combinatorics, QD hashing. Okay. Do focus on combinatorics. Like Code Chef loves combinatorics. A lot of problems on that. Yes, it great. Okay, except tree, basics. Okay. Also, one more question. I forgot to ask it in the beginning. Like, please mention your year. Which year are you in? Like second, third, whatever. Document. First year, third year, second year. Okay. Second year, Nitin Gupta. Alright. Alright. So yeah, let's move ahead. By the way, this PPT it would be shared with you guys later, so you can actually it's not something like you can just cover it in a week. This is something that you'll need time and again. Like once you covered all the basic topics, you'll come back. Okay, acha, intermediate mein ye tha. Okay, so you can cover it bit by bit. Like this bit, let's assume like you are done with half of the basics. Covering all of this would take you a good 3 months at the bare minimum. If it takes you less than that, please practice more. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. Which platforms? So these are like the major ones, the platforms that you can see. CodeChef, CodeForces, AdCoder, LeetCode. ओके कोड शेफ स्टार्टर्स काफी अच्छे कॉन्टेस्ट कुक ऑफ लंच टाइम कोड फोर्सेस दे आर div 2 contests, div 3 contests, div 4 and global rounds. Ad coder is generally not known by many people, but ad coder ke beginner contest and regular contests are really good. Also ad coder has great DP problems which I'll show you in a bit. And last but not the least, lead code. Most people usually don't see it as a CP site. Mostly are like जो DSA versus CP करते हैं. So lead code is preferred by the DSA folks, but lead code के भी जो contest होते हैं like they're really good. They'll happen like on weekly and bi-weekly basis, so you can give those a try. So कितने लोग हैं जो इन सब पे करते हैं कोडिंग एंड like let me know any other sites that you practice on. Let's see how many are there, because I'll be mentioning a few more sites. These are the platforms for like live contests. But if you want to practice some like really good questions, I have more sites for that. GFG, okay, that's good. Yeah, GFG contests. Yeah, that's also there. A lot of GFG folks. Prajwal, Unji, lead code. Yeah, that's definitely there. Coding ninjas also. That's interesting. I guess you're talking about the platform Code Studio, if I'm not wrong. Okay. So other than that, I'll be mentioning some sites. Your mentors can let you know later. These are not in the slides, but like these are really important. I'll just mention them here. So yeah, first one is CACS. CACS.5. It has like around 150 really great problem set. Like एक बार ही करोगे यार फैन हो जाओगे रियली. कोई भी टॉपिक पे अगर तुम्हें क्वेश्चंस करना है फ्रॉम बेसिक, जिसमें आपको किसी भी चीज़ की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, फ्रॉम उससे लेके लाइक बेसिक बेसिक टॉपिक्स, डिवाइड एंड कॉन्कर, रिकर्जन, बैक ट्रैकिंग, देन इफ यू वांट टू डू लाइक सेगमेंटरीज, उसके रेंज क्वेरीज के क्वेश्चंस, trees and graphs, maths problems. So it has all of this. So this site is CACS.5. I'll just put it here. Yeah. Other one is USA. It's a usacode.org. Basically ये जो सीपी के जो ओलंपियाड्स होते हैं, तो यूएसए की ये ऑफिशियल साइट है. एंड इट हैज लाइक 3 tiers ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स: ब्रॉन्ज, सिल्वर एंड गोल्ड. एंड आई गेस उसके बाद प्लैटिनम भी होता है. आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर, बट इसके काफी अच्छे होते हैं क्वेश्चंस. दीज आर बाय द वे जस्ट फॉर प्रैक्टिसिंग. दीज डोंट यूजुअली हैव कॉन्टेस्ट्स, but these are some really great resources for practicing. USA को पे होते हैं contest, but it's like yearly or like bi-yearly. That's it. So yeah, usaco.org. Okay. What else? उसके बाद आपके होते हैं if you ever plan to start DP, so you can just search AdCoder DP and you will get it's a set of 26 questions on AdCoder itself. It has like really amazing questions. It'll start like from basic DP to all the different types of DPs, digit DP, knapsack, everything would be covered. So you just need to Google that. It's just AdCode, as the site we've already talked about. Yeah, I put it. Yeah, someone can put them in the comments. So these are like some really good resources if you want to practice. Okay. Okay, so you know the platforms. Now what? Resources. कहाँ से पढ़ना है? These are just a few of them. First is a mathematics for programmers by My Code School. Is it clickable? Let me just show you. Okay, so the links are clickable. This is just a playlist by a channel, My Code School. It has around 9 videos, or most of them are like under 10 minutes. This is the like prime numbers I was talking about before. So these are about prime numbers, and many of you might have heard of CU of Eratosthenes. If not, it's a really good to like. I've used it in a contest like many times. Like, just questions around these videos. Like, what I would recommend is, after watching the videos, just start making some functions, or what some people call snippets of these videos, like जो उसमें सिखाया गया है, of course, उसका, and you'll see like it is really helpful in the contests. One is that. Then the other one is Maths for CP by Utkarsh Gupta. Utkarsh Gupta, if you guys don't know, he's the second most rated Indian on Code Forces, and I guess on Code Chef as well, because first one is Kalish. So इन्होंने एक वीडियो बनाई थी मैथ्स फॉर सीपी, तो बहुत अच्छी वीडियो है. दिस इज ऑल्सो लिंक्ड है. एंड द थर्ड वन इज फॉर दोज पीपल who are much more into documentation than they are into blogs, or video stuff. So these are the Code Forces blogs. Code Forces, like, contest के लिए तो है ही site, but Code Forces पे you can put up your blogs, and people like grandmaster levels, LGM, legendary grandmasters levels, have like curated some amazing blogs regarding CP, which you guys can check out. You can find this slide later on. All of these links are clickable, and you can just access them directly. So yeah. Now, ओके, सब हो गया. आपने प्रिपरेशन कर लिया, यू नो द टॉपिक्स, प्रैक्टिस हो गई. नाउ यू वांट टू गिव कॉन्टेस्ट. कॉन्टेस्ट कैसे दिया जाए? ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, कॉन्टेस्ट की जो भी ड्यूरेशन होती है, 2 घंटे 3 घंटे पूरे फोकस के साथ देने हैं. ये नहीं कि कि सेकंड 2 क्वेश्चन हो गए, 3 क्वेश्चन, तीसरे क्वेश्चन पे हम अटक गए, 1.5 घंटा बचा, 15 मिनट ट्राई करा, हुआ वेल एंड गुड, नहीं तो छोड़ दिया. प्लीज नेवर डू दैट. आई नो आई हैव डन दैट मिस्टेक प्रीवियसली, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम रिकमेंडिंग. अगर आपसे नहीं भी हो पाता है, कीप ग्राइंडिंग. लाइक 1.5 घंटे में 2 क्वेश्चन हो गए, कीप ऑन सॉल्विंग द थर्ड क्वेश्चन. कभी ना कभी तो क्लिक होगा. बीच में 10-15 मिनट की आपको ब्रेक लेनी है, फाइन, टेक इट, बट डोंट गेट अप फ्रॉम द कॉन्टेस्ट while the timer is still going on. After the contest ends, only after ended, Arna, please continue your struggle or whatever for doing the contest. And after that, absolve. अगर आपको एक सीपी में ग्रो करना है ना, सो दिस अलोन इज अ रियली इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर. जनरली क्या होता है, चलो एक बंदा है, उसने 3 घंटे पूरे करा, अपने तरफ से लगाया, कॉन्टेस्ट के टाइम उसने 3 क्वेश्चंस कर लिए, वेल एंड गुड, उसके बाद छोड़ दिया. दैट इज वन वे. द अदर इज कि उसके बाद वो बैठा, उसने फोर्थ ट्राई करा, फोर्थ को उसने 2 घंटे दे दिए, अगर होता है वेल एंड गुड. फिर उसने फोर्थ के पीछे का लॉजिक देखा कि क्या इसके पीछे की कोई नई चीज लगती थी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, फोर्थ एक रेंज क्वेरीज का क्वेश्चन था. द पर्सन ट्राइड इट फॉर 3 long hours. They couldn't solve it. Then they came to know कि इसमें तो यार segment trees लगना था. Now segment trees उसने पढ़ा ही नहीं था. So okay, try करा. Then उसके बाद उसने segment trees पढ़ा. That is where you are really growing. अगर 3 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिए, उसके बाद उठ गए, तो 3 क्वेश्चन तो आपको कभी भी सॉल्व कर सकते थे ना. रियली जो आपकी ग्रोथ हो रही है वो किससे हो रही है? जो क्वेश्चन आप नहीं सॉल्व कर पाए, दैट इज द फोर्थ वन, राइट? सो यू वेंट देयर एंड यू एक्चुअली स्टडीड दैट टॉपिक. आप उसके बाद वापस आए, आपने वो क्वेश्चन तो सॉल्व करे, और आपने सेगमेंटरीज के और कई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करे. सो दैट व्हाट अपसॉल्विंग इज, एंड आई रियली रियली रिकमेंड अपसॉल्विंग. ओके, व्हाट एल्स? डिस्कस विद योर बॉडी. ऑनलाइन में तो चलो ये नहीं हो पाता था, बट नाउ डेज many of us are with our buddies in our hostels. तो क्या होता है, चलो मैं अपने कॉलेज का ये बताता हूँ. पहले तो सभी अपने कमरे में बैठे हैं, हुआ जैसी पहले तो चलो कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म होने के बाद भी 3-4 मिनट हमने कुछ ट्राई कर लिया. उसके बाद दोस्तों के साथ डिस्कशन के, ऑल्सो दिस डिस्कशन इज नॉट ओनली अबाउट आगे वाले जो क्वेश्चंस आपसे नहीं हुए, इवन जो क्वेश्चंस हुए, बिकॉज इट्स रियली इंटरेस्टिंग कि कितनी सिंपल सी चीज थी, आपके फ्रेंड को वो किसी और वे में स्ट्राइक करा, आपको वो किसी और वे में स्ट्राइक करा, एंड कितनी डिफरेंट अप्रोचेस थी तुम दोनों की. सो यू माइट हैव नॉट thought of that question in that way, जिस वे में आपके फ्रेंड ने सोचा. So it's really really important कि आप अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ अपनी अप्रोचेस डिस्कस करो, because you always get to learn something new. So this is like the questions that you guys were able to solve, and then mutually मिलके डिस्कस करो जो आपसे नहीं हो पाए थे. So yeah, this is a really good way how to approach the contests. So yeah. So कितने लोग हैं जो इनमें से कुछ चीजें पहले सॉल्व करते थे, लाइक पहले फॉलो करते थे एंड नहीं थी. और हाँ, any doubts regarding anything until this point, please go on. क्या हुआ गाइस, डाउट से नहीं है, सब क्लियर है? ओके, जामिर अफसोस, दैट्स रियली गुड. क्वेश्चन हो जाते हैं, कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं रहती. ओके, कंसिस्टेंसी इन व्हाट वे, लाइक कि कंटेस्ट्स दिए ही नहीं जाते, लाइक क्या इशू फेस होता है? कैन यू बी बिट मोर स्पेसिफिक मफिन? Like, okay, I'll take an example जो mostly हमारे कॉलेज में इशू आता है, which is the mess timing. Because हमारे जो डिनर का टाइम है, जो मेस का टाइम है, it's from like 8 to 9:30. So इसमें मोस्टली उनको इशू क्या होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द कंटेस्ट स्टार्ट एट 8, लाइक कोड शेफ हो गया, कोड फोर्सेस स्टार्ट्स एट 8:05. So they face consistency issues in college and reason was mess. तो इसके कुछ ways हो सकते हैं जो मैं करता हूँ. तो पहला, क्वेश्चंस पहले 1 घंटे में जितने कर लिए, जनरली स्टार्टर्स के काफ़ी इजी क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, तो जितने आपने कर लिए, उसके बाद लेट्स से 9 PM तक आपने जितने कर लिए, उसके बाद 20 मिनट में जाके आप मेस में खा के आ गए. दैट्स वन वे. कई बार थोड़ा सीरियस कॉन्टेस्ट होता है, सो इट्स जस्ट एज इजी एज कि मैं स्किप कर दो, बाद में कैंटीन में जाके खा लेंगे. सो दैट्स अनदर वे. So it's just whatever works for you for that. Huh. Any other, like a bit more specific problem of it which you're facing? कि like money नहीं करता, कि क्या, क्यों consistency नहीं आ पा रही? By the way, third point, discuss with your buddy. If you don't have one, I like really, really would recommend get one ASAP. It's not even like, it doesn't even matter like if it's from, if they're like from your college or something. When I was like starting out, like giving regular contests, my friend was from like a tier 3 college in Mumbai. We used to like discuss रेगुलरली आफ्टर कंटेस्ट. तो लाइक वो एक वो आपके जितना वो डेडिकेटेड दोस्त, कंसिस्टेंसी वाला दोस्त होना काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, जिसके साथ आप कर पाओ. एंड इट्स नॉट रियली दैट इम्पोर्टेंट कि वो बहुत अच्छे होने चाहिए और समथिंग, जस्ट अ बडी टू डिस्कस. ओके, सो माय फ्रेंड, आई एम अनेबल टू स्टडी एवरी, जब सॉल्व होता है then कुछ डेज स्किप हो जाता है, तो पुराना पुराना भी भूल जाते हो. ओके. So what I'm able to get is like you practice for some time. सॉल्व होने लग जाते हैं, and then you just skip it for a few days, and then put on it. It's okay. Consistency issues. तो इसको तो यार क्या है बोले, you're being lazy or something, like regular practice ही है muffin इस चीज में तो, like okay, an easy way to cope up with this is, what I really believe in is like one day, so okay, 8 hours per day and 1 hour every day. I'll prefer 1 hour every day way more than that. तो इसका एक easy question हो सकता है, just determine that you're going to solve an easy question every single day. Like सोचना भी नहीं है हार्ड की तरफ, एज इजी एज इट इज, लाइक कि 10 मिनट में सॉल्व हो जाए, बस इतना रखना है आपको। वैसे तो ऑफ कोर्स गोल थोड़ा ज्यादा होना चाहिए कि रोज का एटलीस्ट मुझे 1 आवर तो देना ही देना है, कि या फिर मुझे दो क्वेश्चन से सॉल्व करने हैं, लाइक इट कैन बी वन इजी वन मीडियम, बट लाइक कीप इट बेयर मिनिमम, कि मुझे एक इजी क्वेश्चन तो करना ही करना है। अगर मेरा बिल्कुल भी नहीं मूड, लाइक कोडिंग करने का बिल्कुल मन भी नहीं कर रहा, फिर भी लाइक कीप द इट इन द बैक ऑफ योर हेड के एक क्वेश्चन करना है, सो दैट विल रियली हेल्प यू डील विद योर this consistency issue. Like ये चीज not even in coding, like ये चीज हर चीज में होती है, like आपको okay, आपको अपनी फिजिक पे वर्क करना है, आप जिम जा रहे हो, मोटिवेशन नहीं आ रही, सो जस्ट कीप इट कि बेयर मिनिमम मुझे लाइक एटलीस्ट जाना है, वहां पे जाके चाहे 2-2 किलो के वेट उठा दो यार, बट लाइक वो एक चीज रखनी है कि मुझे जाना है। जब पे आप ये सोच लेते हो ना कि मुझे दिन के 2 हार्ड क्वेश्चन करने हैं, तो आपका माइंड इनवॉलेंटरीली ही उसे लाइक अवॉइड करना शुरू कर देता है। वेन एवर इट वुड कम टू प्रोग्रामिंग, यू वुड स्टार्ट प्रोक्रास्टिनेटिंग, लाइक लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट, आप अपने फोन पे लग जाओगे, गेम खेलने लग जाओगे, इंस्टाग्राम रील्स, यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स, समथिंग लाइक दैट। सो जस्ट कीप अ बेयर मिनिमम कि I will solve an easy question from whatever, like Code Chef, Code Forces, Lead Code, whatever. Okay, I would solve one question every day. Just try it for like 2 weeks and you'll see the results. Consistency
Hi,
issue.
Naman. We have some more questions. Actually, some of the
Yeah.
students have sent it to me. So, is there any specific difference between DSA and CP? Like for a student who is just starting out with programming, so
Mhm.
what's a basic difference between DSA and CP?
Okay. Basic difference would be CP is a level above of DSA. Let me tell you how. DSA is what? A set of data structures and algorithms which have been predefined for you. To name a few, data structures would be stacks, queues, arrays, linked lists, trees, graphs. While there are some algorithms, Dijkstra, Bellman-Ford, like these are particular set of algorithms like which have already been found. So that's what DSA is. That's it. Wherever CP में तुम्हें पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम बताएंगे नहीं कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, या फिर सीधी सीधी लगेगी नहीं। यू हैव टू डू प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, लाइक तुम्हें वो चीज देखनी पड़ेगी, वो पैटर्न पकड़ना पड़ेगा। इट्स जस्ट नॉट दैट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड एज डीएसए। सो वहां पे तुम्हारी चीज आती है प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, एंड कंबाइनिंग डीएसए विद प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग, दैट्स सीपी। दैट्स इट, as easy as that.
Okay, we have another question. Is CP compulsory to get a job in FANG, and is it the only way?
It's definitely not the only way. अगर आपको फैंग में जॉब चाहिए, you can just be a community manager. You don't have to code. But yeah, okay, I'm getting where you're going. I think the question is
Yeah, we have
asking
to
for
talk
the
about like the coding.
SDE role,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, so, surely.
Yeah. Okay. So CP is not a must, but it's a really good point, like a damn good point to have while applying for firm. Like okay, इसमें भी थोड़ा और specific हो जाते हैं। If you want to join companies like Amazon, like, and if you're really good at let's say just DSA, no issues. You don't even have to touch CP. But coming on to some companies like let's say Google, so it like really depends if you're into CP or not. आपका Amazon में DSA के थ्रू हो जाएगा, होने को मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि गूगल में भी डीएसए के थ्रू हो जाएगा, बट इन द बैक ऑफ माई माइंड आई नो लाइक स्टैट्स आर देयर, मोस्टली सीपी वाले लोग जाते हैं. सो सीपी इज अ रियली स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट इफ यू वांट टू गेट इनटू दीज कंपनीज. बिकॉज देखो डीएसए फ्रैंकली काफी लोग कर सकते हैं. With CP, these companies find that do you have that problem solving skills which these companies are looking for. That's why they prefer CP folks over DSA folks. That's the reason many farm companies want you to do CP. And that's why many such candidates are selected in these companies. Yeah. So to sum it up shortly, no, it's not required, but it really, really affects your resume.
Okay, can we talk about some mistakes which you may have made in your like past regarding CP and which you don't want others to make?
Okay. Mostly तो मैंने बात कर ली. Still, I would repeat. Okay. When I was starting out, I had no friend. Even though I'm from NIT, मेरे कुछ लोग कर रहे होंगे, but शुरू में हमारा completely online था जब मैं start कर रहा. So I didn't know कि कोई कर रहा है कि नहीं. So I used to just और शुरू में था कि हाँ let's just try. तो शुरू में करा, अच्छा लगा, बट या क्वेश्चन बन रहे नहीं बन रहे, छोड़ दिया. दैट्स इट. So my first mistake was I didn't discuss it. Like I didn't do anything after the contest ended. जैसे ही टाइम खत्म हुआ मैंने छोड़ दिया, लैपटॉप बंद. That's it. Which is a really huge mistake. So first of all, I got a friend जिसके साथ मैं डिस्कस करता था. तो that was one mistake that I made firstly, and second was up solving. अब सॉल्विंग में भी दो तरह की, एक तो लाइक चलो क्वेश्चंस जिसकी तीन क्वेश्चंस हो गए, चौथा मैंने ऑन द स्पॉट छोड़ दिया जैसे ही कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म हुआ. देन उसके बाद क्या हुआ, चौथा मैंने करना शुरू करा. ठीक है. और जब नहीं हुआ, अब सॉल्विंग में मैंने दो बोले थे, एक तो जब आपका क्वेश्चन हो गया, दूसरा जब आपका क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ. तो फिर मैंने जब अब सॉल्विंग शुरू करी, मैं बस क्वेश्चन ट्राई कर लेता था 1 घंटा कि हाँ हो रहा है, वेल एंड गुड. नहीं हो रहा था मैं छोड़ देता था. बट नाउ इट्स लाइक कि क्यों नहीं हुआ, लाइक देन आई लुक अप द सॉल्यूशन कि व्हाट कुड आई हैव डन बेटर. सो कि क्या इसमें कोई नया टॉपिक यूज हो रहा था दैट आई डिडंट नो, और वाज देयर सम math trick or some pattern that I was not able to catch. So up solving. And something that I won't consider a mistake, that something I would recommend is like while before solving the contest, like maintain a proper environment. Like 5-10 minute, मेरा एक friend है who never gives a contest without sleep. Like अगर 8 बजे contest है, so you'll find him sleeping at 7. तो वो हमेशा सो के फ्रेश होके contest देता है. If that, you can try that. If that's something that works for you, that'll be great. But yeah, I was never into that. But मेरा तो ये था कि जिसकी 8 बजे कॉन्टेस्ट शुरू हो रहा है, मैं भाग के आ रहा हूँ एकदम 58 पे बैठ रहा हूँ, which is wrong. Don't do that. Like at least set at 55 so you get it in that mindset. You know, have a pen and paper. That is really important. Like there have been times which I know during contest अगर मेरे पास pen and paper नहीं होता, because आपके पास क्योंकि भाई thoughts सही होते हैं, but they are scattered in your mind. With pen and paper you can actually chart them out, you can write them. So it really helps while in live contests if you have pen and paper. Okay, yeah, those are the things that I would say.
Okay, great. One personal question, like it's for my side also. Ki, if you're starting with DSA, so can we simultaneously go with CP, or like we have to first brush up our DSA, know each and every data structure, then only go to CP, and how will it be helpful?
Okay, first of all, really great question. Even I wanted to cover that because see, this is a question that many people have कि कि पहले पूरा because even I put it in that way कि आपको पहले पूरा DSA पता होना चाहिए, then only
Surely,
you can do
pura DSA,
CP.
then only CP, or like we
हाँ,
can start. So.
which is wrong. Even if okay, okay. First of all, I'll tell you when I started CP. I started CP when I had the knowledge of like जस्ट एरेस, दैट्स इट। एरेस पता था, शुरू में कोड फोर्सेस के 1 or 2 क्वेश्चंस हो जाते थे। After that, I started learning even like, hashing, hash maps, and dictionaries. But no, you can start DSA with as little as that knowledge. So many people think कि आपको trees and graphs पूरे आना चाहिए. This is a simultaneous thing, as you said. So yes, to answer your question, yes, you can do both of these things simultaneously. It's
And
not
how
one
many,
after the
like,
other.
what's the duration which is preferable?
For
Like
what?
daily on a daily basis, like how much time should I be giving on CP, like, which should be helpful for me?
Are you saying just CP or programming as a whole?
Yeah, overall programming as a perspective.
Programming as a whole. Really
Like
depends, man. Like
daily
how
program.
much time you can get it from your college, because that's a problem faced by many. So
Yeah, surely,
okay.
surely, because the curriculum of our college, or like every uh, tier 3 college, I must say, is like too
Mhm.
much busy in that only. Like पूरा दिन आपको कॉलेज में ही रहना है,
It's
then
not just tier 3, man. It's just every college.
almost every
कोई
college. So
बचा
yeah.
नहीं है इन चीजों में से. So yeah. Okay, so I'll say after the, because see, मैं तो बोल दूं कि 5-6 घंटे लगा लो, because that's the time I used to give in online mode. But of course now, not everyone can manage that time with
Yes,
all
yes.
these classes and labs. So after that's done, like I'll say the night time is really good for it. So at least 2 hours is what I would say. Like 2 hours of consistent work would lead you to places. Like 2 घंटे दो एटलीस्ट, एंड उसमें प्रैक्टिस करो। यू कैन जस्ट कीप इट एट द नाइट टाइम पे, जिस दिन आपका कॉन्टेस्ट नहीं है उस दिन आप प्रैक्टिस कर ली। इवन ऑल्सो वर्चुअल कॉन्टेस्ट इज अ थिंग, सो दोज हु आर ऑन कोड फोर्सेस, you can create virtual contest with your problem, so it just feels like a regular contest, but it's not rated, it won't affect your rating, but you can really practice questions with a contest feel. In fact, what I used to do is, and even it's a recommendation for your GDSC, you can make virtual contests like on a regular basis, and people can participate in that. So you can just have a contest for your college, and you can pick up the winners. So yeah, you can give virtual contests and practice questions on code forces. Yeah.
Okay.
So Drishti has a question. How many
Okay, we
topics
can
should
take
we cover
questions from the
before
comments.
giving contests? How many topics? One array. One is not visible. Yeah, one array. That's it. Like if you know array, you can start giving contests. In the beginning, yes, you would face some issues. Then you would realize there are some more topics, stacks, queues, hash map, like basic things. But like शुरू करने के लिए, just start it, man. Like many people have this resistance कि मैं पहले ये करूंगा या करूंगी, and then only after that I would start CP. इतनी कोई ये तोप चीज नहीं है. You can just start with it. In fact, मेरा एक friend है, he even started learning his first language CPP through CP. उसने क्या करा, बेसिक CPP सीख ली, हाँ लूप्स कैसे चलते हैं, ये कैसे चलते हैं, और वो कोड फोर्सेस पे जाके उसने क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस शुरू कर दी। देन वो बैठ के गूगल कर रहा है हाउ टू इनिशिएट a noded map, like those kind of things. तो yeah, it's इतना कोई like mandatory नहीं है कि you have to do this only after that. Yeah, I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, we have one more question. How many questions from a particular topic should we solve, like to get enhanced in that
As
topic?
long as you don't feel, as long as you don't start feeling comfortable in that topic, there's nothing like कि मुझे 5 क्वेश्चन करने हैं, 10 क्वेश्चन करने हैं। जब तक आप उस क्वेश्चन के सॉरी उस टॉपिक के क्वेश्चन इजीली सॉल्व नहीं कर पाते हैं, I'll say keep on practicing. Like for, see, I'll give you an example for something, because it's really subjective. You can't objectify this. Okay, for stacks and queues, आपने 2 क्वेश्चन करे, and you know how stack works. Like push from the end, pop from the end. Then you move to queues, like push from the end, pop from the beginning. आपको पता लग गया stacks and queues क्या होते हैं. And when I get to something like segmentaries, then उसमें टाइम लगेगा. क्यों? Not as a concept, like concept wise segmentaries is something like really beautiful, but then you move on to like के segmentaries, then lazy updates, आप like उसके और variations देखोगे, like there's much more to it. So you naturally you would need more practice of it. So yeah. या टू जस्ट अगेन, अगर आपको जस्ट चाहिए तो जब तक आप उस टॉपिक में बहुत कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो जाते, कीप ऑन प्रैक्टिसिंग. एंड इट्स टोटली फाइन अगर आप शुरू में वीडियो ट्यूटोरियल्स की हेल्प ले रहे हो, बिकॉज यू आर जस्ट स्टार्टिंग आउट. सो डोंट बी सो हार्ड ऑन योर सेल्फ कि अगर शुरू में क्वेश्चंस नहीं हो पा रहे कि क्यों नहीं हो पा रहे, स्टफ लाइक दैट. यार टाइम लगता है, सबको टाइम लगता है, प्रैक्टिस करो, हो जाएगा. वैसे टॉपिक्स की इतनी बात हो ही रही है, आई टेल यू माई स्टोरी. लाइक व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड, ओके, from this very starting, from not knowing a language to becoming 5 star on code chef, it took me like less than 9 months. तो उसमें हुआ क्या था, शुरू में करने के बाद टॉपिक्स इतने उस पॉइंट पे पहुंचने के लिए कवर करने भी नहीं पड़ते हैं. द टाइम आई बिकेम 5 स्टार, मैंने ग्राफ्स तक सही से नहीं कर रखा था. इवन जिस कॉन्टेस्ट में मैं 5 स्टार बना था, आई क्लियरली रिमेम्बर, 3 क्वेश्चंस हो गए आराम से. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन ट्री का था, मैंने छोड़ दिया. फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन डीपी का था, मैंने वो कर लिया. सो या, दैट्स हाउ आई बिकेम 5 स्टार. तो even if you have not covered all the topics but you have some strengths, it will really help you in the long run. Like मैंने डीपी काफी जल्दी शुरू कर ली थी, तो it helped me a lot. Even डीपी मैंने क्यों शुरू करी, it's the same stuff that I showed you. Like it was for absorbing. कोड शेफ का एक कॉन्टेस्ट था डिव 2 का, मुझसे 3 क्वेश्चन बन गए. चौथा क्वेश्चन मैंने बहुत ट्राई करी, मुझसे नहीं हुआ. तो कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म हुआ, आई गिव इट अनदर आवर, मुझसे नहीं हो रहा. देन आई लुक्ड अप द ट्यूटोरियल में एक चीज मेंशन करी गई थी, नैपसैक. एट दैट पॉइंट मुझे नहीं पता था नैपसैक क्या होता है, बट देन आई लुक्ड इट अप. नैपसैक इज अ वेरिएशन ऑफ डीपी. तो मैंने देखा, यूट्यूब करा, ट्यूटोरियल्स देखे, लाइक व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज नैपसैक, डीपी करी, एंड देन आई गॉट द जिस्ट ऑफ इट, एंड दैट्स हाउ आई स्टार्टेड डीपी इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस. So yeah, that's something that I really even recommend people कि अब solve करो, then आपको नए topics पता चलता है, and that's really how you grow. पहले 3 क्वेश्चंस जो मैंने कर लिए वो मुझे कभी भी आते मैंने कर लेने थे. So 3 क्वेश्चंस में मेरी कोई ग्रोथ नहीं हुई. ग्रोथ मेरी एक्चुअली वो चौथे क्वेश्चन में हुई, जो मुझसे इनिशियली नहीं हुआ. देन मैंने कुछ पढ़ा एंड देन वो मुझसे हो गया. So yeah.
Okay. Surely we'll all take something away from your journey, and we love that part, like upsolving one.
Yeah.
Let me check for more questions if we have, or we can proceed with the session.
Yeah. Sure.
Just a second, please.
How much time it takes to become 5 star? So it's really subjective, Jamir, to be honest. Like it like really varies. For me, it was 9 months. कुछ लोगों को हो सकता है 6 लगे हों, कुछ लोगों को हो सकता है 2 साल लगे हों. So it really matters कि आप कितना टाइम दे पा रहे हो. For me, I'll say I got really lucky. मेरा फ्रेंड ग्रुप काफी अच्छा बन गया था over Discord, with whom I used to, you know, टॉक डेली, हमारी बातें होती थी. एंड ऑल्सो इट वॉज ड्यूरिंग ऑनलाइन सेशन, सो आई वॉज एबल टू गिव मोर ऑफ माई टाइम टूवर्ड्स इट. मैं रोज वर्चुअल कंटेस्ट देता होता था, लाइक 3 घंटे के, विच आई वुड से रियली रियली हेल्प मी. सो yeah, that is something that now people won't be able to do. If you're able to pull it off like after the dinner and everything, so that will be great. बट इफ यू वांट कि आपको एक टाइमलाइन लेके चलनी है, जस्ट टेक अराउंड एन ईयर. स्टिल यार, नो यार, आई कांट लाइक ऑब्जेक्टिफाई कि कितना टाइम लगेगा. जस्ट कीप ऑन डूइंग दिस टॉपिक्स एंड आई प्रॉमिस you would become 5 star like really easily. Take your time with it, but yeah, keep on doing that. While we are at it, I'll tell you story about my friend. Like वो कभी CP नहीं करने वाला था. He was like a DSA guy. He was a lead code guy. So उसने क्या करा? He did like 1,000 questions on lead code. 1,000 is a lot, and 1,000 not even just like easy वाले कर लिए. He had a good you know uh, good consideration of like medium and hard questions. After doing 1,000 questions, he moved on to like code chef, and he became 5 star in just 2 months. So yeah, that's also a way how you can become 5 star. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, this duration question was very like many of the people asked, what's the duration
Yeah,
and how much time should we like? So yeah,
see,
second we can.
that's what like really subjective. This session is pretty much done. Yeah, it's just about the questions.
I guess it's only about the questions. So, right. Guys,
So
do we
yeah,
have
if
more
there's
questions?
any more questions, otherwise we'll wrap it up in like 5 minutes.
Surely, surely. I guess most of the questions are done. What can I do to understand competitive programming problem statements? Okay, so anything about the question statements?
What can you do?
Like
Like, I think,
the question was the student is unable to understand what's the like statement is trying to ask. Maybe his DSA topics are not clear. I guess this can be one of
like
them.
again, yeah, this can be one of things, but like you aren't able to comprehend what the question is demanding. Okay, since we have some time, let's do one thing. I'll search up a question on code forces and we'll solve it along.
Surely we
Just give
can
me
do
a
some
few
hands-on.
minutes. Yeah.
I guess you haven't shared your screen.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the question. I'll share it
Sure.
in a few minutes.
Sure, sure.
I hope my code forces would now be visible.
Yes, it
Someone
is.
please type it in the chat. All right. We'll come back to your question later, Drishti. Okay. So, coffee basic problem. Watermelon. Most people do this. Okay. Let's read the question along. So, one hot summer day, Pete and his friend Billy decided to buy a watermelon. They chose the biggest and ripest one in their opinion. After that, the watermelon was weighed and the scales showed W kilos. W kilo का एक watermelon था. They rushed home dying of thirst and decided to divide the berry. However, they faced a hard problem. Pete and Billy are great fans of even numbers. That's why they want to divide the watermelon in such a way that each of the two parts weighs even number of kilos. At the same time, it is not obligatory that the parts are equal. The boys are extremely tired and want to start their meal as soon as possible. That's why you should help them and find out if they can divide the watermelon in such a way. For sure, each of them should get a part of positive weight. So ये last line क्या suggest करिए? Each line should get a positive weight. Like अगर weight total 2 है, you can't divide it in 2 and 0. 2 and 0 surely are both are even, but 0 is non-positive. So I guess क्वेश्चन pretty much straightforward है. अगर तो आपका even है, so you can divide it in two parts which are even. Like if it's 8, you can divide it in 2 and 6. Basically, take an even number and subtract 2 from it, which is another even number. वो आप दूसरे को दे दो and दूसरा आप रख लो. जिसकी 8 है, 2 and 6, 10 है, 2 and 8. Just 2 में इशू आएगा. 2 के लिए आप 0 and 2 नहीं कर सकते, तो 2 के लिए आंसर आपका नो होगा. So this is for people like जिन्होंने पहले कभी code forces करा नहीं है. So after you read the question, you can just submit your code here. You can choose whatever your language is. It's as easy as that. Okay. Also, while we are at it, I'll show you like how usually you can practice on code forces. I hope my problem set is visible. So yeah. तो हाँ आपको यहाँ पे वेल ऑन कोड फोर्सेस आपको यहाँ पे डिफिकल्टी मिलती है. सो ऑन डिफिकल्टी यू कैन जस्ट सिलेक्ट. यहाँ पे करंटली मैंने 800 सिलेक्ट कर रखी है. दिस इज लाइक द रेंज ऑफ द डिफिकल्टी. आफ्टर यू अप्लाई इट आपको वो सारे क्वेश्चंस 800 के मिलेंगे. 800 इज द इजीएस्ट डिफिकल्टी यू कैन फाइंड ऑन कोड फोर्सेस एंड यू कैन जस्ट keep on solving the questions for 800 difficulty. If you feel they are a bit too easy, move this number to 900. एंड यू देन जस्ट रिंस एंड रिपीट. आपको 900 के मिल गए, ये बहुत आसान लगते हैं. 1000 के जस्ट कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग द नंबर एंड एक पॉइंट पे आके आपको लगेगा कि हाँ कुछ क्वेश्चंस हो रहे हैं, कुछ क्वेश्चंस नहीं हो पा रहे. एट दैट पॉइंट दैट्स जनरली पॉइंट जिस पे आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी होती है. उस क्वेश्चन आप उस रेटिंग पे प्रैक्टिस करते रहो एंड व्हेन यू फील कंफर्टेबल like from this whole session, if you can take something out of it, is like the way you practice. Like लोग काफी इसको over complicate कर देते हैं, like how to start CP and all. They would search it on YouTube but never start it. But one thing I would recommend is just do this. Come here, fill in the difficulty and start solving. And further, you can also see कि जिसकी same rating आ गई. अगर आपको एक particular topic के questions करने हैं, let's say you want to do binary search, you can do that. Constructive algo, math, number theory, if you're into that. So you can do those kind of questions as well. So yeah, that's a really good way to practice on code forces. Okay, so coming on to this day's question, topics like strings you use mostly built-in library functions, and we are mostly not able to learn all the built-in libraries. What we can do so that I don't have to look them up every time. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. Drishti. If you're using CPP, so उसमें bits करके bits C++ करके library होती है, which has almost everything you need फॉर competitive प्रोग्रामिंग. आपको उसके अलावा किसी और लाइब्रेरी की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. एंड फॉर दैट के आपको वो रिमेम्बर करने पड़ रहे हैं. इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस. If you come up with that question like first time, you'll Google it. Second question, you'll Google it. Third question, you'll remember it. Fourth question काफी टाइम बाद आया, you again Google it. आफ्टर डूइंग 5 क्वेश्चंस यू रियलाइज कि अगर वो चीज फ्रीक्वेंटली यूज हो रही है ना, आपके दिमाग में वो ऑलरेडी बस जाएगी. यू डोंट नीड टू क्रैम इट. लाइक वन थिंग इज ऑलवेज देयर इन सीपी, लाइक नेवर क्रैम समथिंग. अगर वो चीज यूजफुल होगी वो बार बार आएगी and you will just remember it naturally. अगर आपको वो चीज़ गूगल करने की ज़रूरत पड़ रही है, so chances are कि वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा रेयरली आ रही है. एंड इफ दैट्स द केस, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विद गूगलिंग. अगर आप महीने में उसको उस टाइप उस फंक्शन को आप एक बार यूज कर रहे हो एंड यू हैव टू गूगल इट, इट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन. इट्स जस्ट दैट कि वो चीज़ इतनी फ्रिक्वेंटली यूज होती ही नहीं है, सो यू जस्ट डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर इट. सो या, दैट्स काइंड ऑफ natural selection for functions right there. Okay. So yeah, any more questions? Otherwise, we'll end it. Here's the topics. Is my screen visible again? Give me a hi in the chat if you can see my screen.
Yes, Naman, it's visible.
Okay, okay. Okay, so that's it. Thanks a lot for attending this session. And if you have any more questions, you can connect me on LinkedIn. That's the URL, just Naman Singla. You can find me there. And yeah, you can connect me, you can ask me any more doubts, and I'll be glad to answer them.
Sure. Thank you, Naman. Thank you for joining us today. And
Thanks a
I
lot.
hope there are key away points and takeaway things for the students, and including me. I am also like new to CP, so I'll also try and upsolve, as you said.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining. And yeah, we can wrap up this up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, UCEI College, for
Yeah, it says it's a
inviting me.
great
It was
question.
a great experience.
Yeah. Thank you so
It
much.
was lovely audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a request. Can you just like click on that LinkedIn link so that we all can get a
yeah,
snippet of your LinkedIn profile?
yeah,
Be
sure.
easier to connect. If it's clickable, I guess it is.
Yeah, it is. I'll have to switch the tab. Wait a minute.
Okay, okay.
Also, I'll put it in the chat. You can share it.
Surely, surely. Like no issues if it's not working. It was just a like optional thing. Yeah, chat. Okay, I'll just put it in the comments. So
Yeah,
here we go.
this is.
Yeah, thank you so much, Naman, and it was really a wonderful and amazing session for our community. And from your end, it's really your experience will means a lot for us and our community members. And we're looking forward for more technical session from your end, so that our community collaboration can be done for more greater heights, and all the people of GDSC can learn and grow together as we have motto sharing knowledge and growing together.
It
Thank you
was my
again.
pleasure, Raman. Even I look forward to more such events and sessions. Thanks for
That's great to
inviting me.
know. That's great to know. Yeah, Prajal, you can end it out.
All right, bye, folks. It was amazing. Thanks a lot.